And we'll have more members staggering in, but we'll just go ahead and get started on the housekeeping things. First thing is Nikki, drum roll. How much did we raise for Read for Cancer all
Oh
together?
crap, I
You
did.
know?
Hold on, I gotta add it up in my head. I
Okay,
got
add it up in your head, math girl.
70 from you, 50 that was already on the Facebook, and then 25 from the other one.
We did really well. What was our goal? 250?
Something like that. Yeah. I think I accidentally typed in an extra zero. I meant to put 200.
Yeah, no, that's great. So we did and there were 9 shirts ordered. So the proceeds, that you make for designing it ended up being $70. So it was like the most I've ever made on any shirt. And I wanted to make an announcement. So International Women's Day is going to be, I believe it's March 3rd or 4th. So Maggie, we're doing a pro-abortion shirt for Cozy Corner for International Women's Day, and putting all the proceeds to wherever you believe is a good donation place to give. So that's,
That's awesome. I would say
yeah,
Abortion Fund of Ohio, if
I,
like we want to do something like that. It's also
yeah.
like their big fundraiser of the year starting just now. So like it's a great time to do it.
It's a great time. Okay, well, awesome. We don't have one, and I feel like we need some representation. We do have a feminist one. Jameson actually is the only person that has all the banned book women writers on a shirt with Cozy Corner. So this is our next one. So that's what we're gonna do. To be looking for that. And then I actually found the Rainbow Coalition thing. I'll talk side chat you, Maggie. I'll DM you about where the Black Panther, Black History Month, all that stuff's gonna go. So, Cicely, we just started. We are doing, I need to put this on me. Faebound it is Saara Arifi. That's how she said it on the audiobook. So I'm hoping I get that right. We are recording. We're going to do our wheel spin for the Fae quiz, which was really cool results. I finally got a chance to sit down and read those, and they are so spot on for you guys. Can you guys see the wheel? Can I get a thumbs up from Christine? You can see it. Cool. Okay, here we go. Stephanie, that's so awesome. She's won before, but she's got life with lifing for Stephanie right now. She suffers with a really bad autoimmune disorder, so I don't know if she'll be here tonight. But we're gonna go ahead and get moving. We always start from the bottom up, so of course we're gonna start with Udi. I have 2 things. So we're gonna start with your favorite quotes, if you have any, or favorite moments.
I really like that they added in the bathroom that they stopped to relieve themselves because not many people do that. You
Yeah.
forget about that in fantasy books.
Oh, I love that. And what rat babies do we have? We have 3 of them. Kate, these are
Uh,
mascots. These are Udi's rat babies.
I have Miss Bianca, Timu, and Yzma just ran away.
Ran away. Oh my God, how
Mary
adorable.
Poppins is staring at me chewing a box. I can't tell if she wants to come out or not.
That she may be joining us for this evening. We don't know yet. And then my question for everyone to think about tonight is if you were cast out today and you could only carry 3 traits of yourself that are personality, what would you take with you to survive? And that's for you, Udi.
I think I would definitely take my attitude,
Yeah, that little spunk that you got.
um,
Uh-huh.
my honesty,
Mm-hmm.
and probably my determination.
Okay. Yeah, I would go into battle with that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely. Nikki, did you have any favorite quote?
I thought I did, but apparently it did not save on my notes, so hopefully I can find that for next time.
I hate when that happens to me. Oh my gosh, it drives me crazy. And that happens a lot. Um, what three traits would you take?
Oh, my kindness,
Mm.
my humor, and I probably wouldn't choose to take it, but my anxiety would go along with me.
Yeah, there's no holding that back. Um, so your humor and your kindness is why you're our Miss Congenialities. So I can definitely see us needing that desperately. I thought you would throw in your wild streak because every time we get together, you're always introducing me to a new booze to drink and some wild idea that we're going to do together initially, right from the very beginning.
Listen,
Um,
those breakfast mimosas were delicious.
Yes, yes, yes. Uh-huh. Yeah, first thing you say at our Galentine's, Valentine's, Palentine's, that event we went to, it's like, we're getting mimosas and a tattoo. I'm like, okay.
I'm so sad the tattoo wouldn't happen, but I wasn't paying that much for a flash.
No, not when you already had them. So, Maggie, how about you? Do you have any favorite quotes?
I don't yet, but I read a little bit ahead and I can tell you all of my favorite quotes come from Pila. So get excited
Ooh.
because the sassiest of sassies, and I love her.
Oh, I'm excited. It was so hard not to go past. It took drastic restraint for me, but I tried really hard because I talk so much that I'm afraid I'll spoil it. What would you take with you? Your three traits?
Um, Probably my um my organization, like my partner teases me that I have learned project management as a love language for him. He's a Virgo, so like he loves having an organized partner. So that my creativity in terms of like creating solutions and like getting to a comfortable next step. Um and just like kind of boneheadedness sometimes. Like I'm just really strong-willed. And will just
Very.
not stop until I get whatever we need to do done.
Well, okay, then I'm carrying your intelligence in my knapsack. Because like there's too much of good there to not take that with us. Laura, did you have any favorite quotes?
I did. Hold 1 second. Loki just woke up from his nap.
Yeah, with his new stick. Uh-huh, I see this.
Yep.
He's sharing that with all of us. Hi guys, hi guys. Book club, I got a new stick.
Okay, you are the fire of my heart and the beat of my drum. I am yours under the moonlight until the rhythm sings no more.
Oh, I love that. And what traits would you take with you?
My adaptability.
Mm.
Um, my inquisitive side, that need to know, explore. Um, I don't know what else I would take with me.
Your physical strength?
That's debatable some days, depending on how the joints feel
Yeah, I think the
and how
adventure.
cold it is.
Yeah, uh-huh, absolutely. Um, Karen, how about you? What is your favorite quotes or moments?
Um, so far, my favorite quote is there were two people within Salawa, the chieftain and her lover, one hard, one soft. It was in that moment that Yurin saw her lover disappear.
That was one of mine. I love that one. What would you take with you as your traits?
Um, my problem solving skills,
Hmm.
um, my ability to learn quickly,
Hmm.
um, and my stubbornness.
Yes, yes, absolutely. That stubbornness, that will to survive would come in really handy.
Yes.
Jameson, did you have any favorite quote?
I had one. It said, And for a time all was well. But no matter how much the gods wished for peace, they had given their children the one thing that would never ensure it: free will.
Mm, good one. Really good one. Okay. And then I'm dying to know what traits you would take.
Um, Probably my creativity and my stubbornness, probably tenacity. Let's say tenacity. That sounds less negative than stubborn. um,
I love that we're speaking kindly about ourselves. I love this.
and adaptability, probably.
Those, I think would be, although your physical training and endurance would be a big one that I would want to take with me. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yes. See, this all plays into the same thing, Maggie. Um, Kate, um, how about you? Did you have any favorite quotes?
I didn't write it down any quotes, but I liked some of them that were mentioned. My favorite moment was I didn't know anything about the book going into it. I don't read it, descriptions or anything going in advance, and I kind of was expecting Akatar stuff, which is not my favorite. But the first sapphic scene, I'm like, okay, I'm in. So
Yes, right.
I was like, I
I'm
can't get through
sold.
those other ones, but this, I'm like, okay, we can do this.
Yes.
Um, and I would take with me probably, I'm an idea person, so kind of resourcefulness, creativity combo. I can make a game out of just about anything. I can make, like, give me a stick and some random something and I can make a game out of it. Um, and I'm kind of fast. Like I say that I walk like Gentleman Jack. I'm speedy. I don't look like it. Like if I'm just standing, but I can like race around and get stuff done, and that's the ADHD stuff. So.
You're among friends. We have other ADHDers here. And everybody seems to think that I may have undiagnosed, so you're not alone in that. Although I move sloth style through life, so it's debatable. I want to say good evening, Stephanie. You won the wheel spin. I was afraid you wouldn't be able to come because, you've been under the weather and life has been lifing and it's been crazy, but I'm so glad you're here. Yay, Mac. Hello, gorgeous. And hi, Brenna. I'm so glad you're here. I know that you've been super busy, so I was just wondering if you'd have time. We're just going over our favorite quotes, favorite moments, and one question. Oh, Mac, you went dark on your hair and I'm loving it. Or is it the
Oh,
filter?
no, it's dark.
I
Oh
love
shit.
it.
Am I on?
Yeah,
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, it's dark and I pulled it back. So,
I
yeah.
really like the color. I'm so glad.
Thanks. I'm sorry.
I'm just so glad that you're here. It's good to
Oh,
see you.
thank you. Hey, can I have like a minute or two? I'm gonna go off camera and then when I come back on, then I'll be ready to like I just freaking got in and
Oh my gosh, we have
I
a fairy band. Okay, yes, take your time.
I got too high.
Oh, that happens sometimes.
So yeah, I'll
Yeah,
be back in
yeah.
just a couple minutes and thank you so much.
Yes,
Yay. Okay.
absolutely, honey. Take your time.
You
Um,
too.
and then I will circle back to the people that just came in. We're Gwen. So Gwen, been there. Yeah, me too. I planned to do 1,000 things, but then I got high. I love that song.
Don't we
Um,
all?
yeah. So, did you have any favorite quote? I know you're really liking the book.
I am absolutely loving this book. This is probably one of my favorite books that I've read in a long time. And my favorite, it's not my favorite quote, it's my favorite moment. I am horrible with names, but I love the little sister. And when she finds her, when she's exiled, and she's like, "You're coming back with me, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do this." I so identify with her and her optimism and her, it's so irrational, and I just identify with her. I identify with her on so many levels.
She's adorable. Lettle is her
Lettle,
name,
that's her name.
Lettle, and I try not to call her Little, because she's the little sister, but that's how I've remembered her name. And then what three traits would you take with you?
So I have a lot of wilderness training. I was a Girl Scout leader for a long time, so I would take that. So I also am, I pretty much, I'm able to survive a lot of things, so I would take that. And I have, it's not like long-term physical strength, but I have short-term physical strength. I can lift a lot. I can move a lot of heavy things. So I would take that.
I think those are great things to take in. And I think that, like, the fact that if something needed to be done immediately that took super strength, that you could come through in that moment. Like everybody works off of each other's, but you're all by yourself. So an exile, but still, it would come in. I have no strength. I would be screwed. I'd probably die out there.
Yeah.
um, Christine, did you have any favorite quote?
Hi. I was in the middle of, I think, chapter 4, and I was right at the place where Karen described, and I got interrupted, and I was so upset because I was like, wait, this is a really good part. So I like it. It surprised me that they were lovers, but it also was very pleasing, I guess. Um, And how do you write down quotes when if you do audiobooks? Because I just can't make that happen in my head.
It's hard. It's really hard. So what I do if I'm doing if like I'm in the car or, in the bed or whatever, I screenshot the place I'm at and then I just go back and listen to that place and write down the quote. Uh, so that's kind
Oh,
of how I do it. Or sometimes if I can't even do that, I'll go on to Goodreads and type in the quotes of the book and reading them will jog my memory. That's how
okay.
I've been able to reference it. And now your makeup looks really pretty, by the way. And I wanted to know
Mine?
yeah,
I don't have anything on.
you're just naturally beautiful like that. It must be nice. It really must be
Oh,
nice. I look
that's so
like
sweet.
everybody knows here. I look like Bellatrix Lestrange without any makeup on. It's horrifying. Like Laura made a comment like sometimes she'll be like, I'm not gonna wear any makeup. And then you wear makeup and it's like I look at myself in the mirror, I terrify myself, and I'm like, you can't go outside, you'll scare children, put on makeup.
Oh, stop,
Um,
stop.
so what traits would you take?
Um, I was trying to like distill down this one way of describing my personality, and it's gonna sound really egocentric, and I don't mean it to, but general badassery would be the first thing, and I've honed that over many years. Tenacity and courage.
Oh, I love this. I love this so much. We applaud all self compliments here. This is a safe space. So, like, gloat, boost yourself. I'm going to be behind you, hyping you up. So, never ever apologize for that. Cicely, did you have any favorite quotes?
I actually highlighted something. Let me pull it back up.
Yay.
It's close to the beginning. And where there is value, there is power. And where there is power, violence will always brew.
That was the second one of mine. Okay. And then what traits would you take?
Resilience,
Hmm.
humor, and I don't know the right way to say it. My ability to wholeheartedly engage in whatever fuckery.
I think that might be your greatest asset. Like, you're just going to go 10 toes in and we're going to figure it out, whether it is madness
Mhm.
or goodness, whatever we're doing it. Yeah,
It's both my best and worst quality.
that's my favorite thing. Brenna, did you have any favorite quote?
Yeah, so I know I shared that I didn't get quite as far as like I had wanted to.
It's
So
really
I'm
okay.
still kind of at the beginning, but um it's really when they're kind of like building that relationship between sisters. And the quote that I liked the best was, let's see. Yurin closed her eyes, taking comfort in her sister's support. No matter their differences, they had always faced the world together. Today would be no different. Though Yurin headed to the battlefield and little to her book, she would carry her sister with her always. The scars of their life had fused them together. And I really liked that because it reminded me of my relationship with my little sister.
Oh,
You know, like we have a really special bond, and as soon as I read that, it made me think of her. So that's what stood out.
it made me cry. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, the way that Urine and Lettle are together reminds me so much of me and Mary. So it hit me in my feels
Mhm.
big time. And then what three traits would you take with you?
Oh gosh. So I know I missed a little bit. Just three traits in general,
Yeah,
or
your three traits that would help you be out in exile. So if you had to pick, what would be like the most vital?
oh gosh. Um, I guess resiliency. Um, oof. I would say humble and kind-hearted. I don't know if that'll help me out there, but we'll do our best.
You would be surprised how far that goes. So I am constantly reminding my best friend who is in her Weezer era from Steel Magnolias, like she is just an angry bird, right? And I'm telling her, you will attract more flies with honey than shit. Try to be nice to new
Mm-hmm.
people. And your humbleness, I haven't met anybody like you in such a long time. It's like a breath of fresh air, and the fact that we're getting to become friends, it's making me want to find part of that in myself. So, whether it's an asset out there, it definitely has been for me. So,
Thank you.
Stephanie had to step away, so we're going to go to Mac. So did you have any favorite quote?
Oh, yes. And like the true Gen X I am, I screenshot it to myself. All right,
Oh,
here we
good
go.
girl.
Right? Old
Hmm.
people, we try. All right. It takes dear God, I am baked shitty bad. It takes a certain kind of courage to remain soft in a world that rewards the sharp. That was said by Yirin to her younger sister. And I felt like it was such a great
Yes.
like turning point for them. She was like acknowledging the strength her sister had shown. So I love that.
I love that, by the way.
Thanks.
Can we all take a real second and appreciate how gorgeous the makeup, the hair accessory, even though we're baked off our ass, we're looking gorgeous.
Thank you. Well, I was wearing this anyway. Hold on just a second because it is so fucking
Oh,
cute.
show us the whole fit. Let's do it. Oh, look at you.
Okay. This is a
Oh,
tank
yeah.
top. This is another
Looking
tank top.
gorgeous. Show it off.
Thanks.
Work
And
it,
then
baby.
I've got some jeans that the Gen Zers say are
Oh my
okay.
goodness. Like we get an outfit if
So
it's
cute.
we're not on Facebook friends with Matt, the like best clothes award. So
And I
definitely
only pay $10 or under. That's my rule.
are we taking our fashion sense out into exile?
Oh yeah. I got the fans gotta see it. Anyway, I am taking up too much space in this book club, so thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm hoping we're taking our fairy energy. Like I need to know what we're bringing all together. Your three vital.
Oh shit, yeah. Okay, well, empathy,
Oh,
optimism,
yes.
which people be hating on me for sometimes.
Oh man, you've gone round.
I know, it's
I'm
okay.
a pessimist.
And my belief in myself,
Yes.
because that's what you're left with when your whole world hits the shit fan. That's what also becomes your strength.
It really, really is. You are a silver lining baby girl. And if it wasn't for you and Stephanie, I would probably stay in my little tornado. Well, and probably Laura, all the time. And you guys always bring me out. Like there's a little, oh, also Cicely with her humor. But I get a validation. okay, you're pessimist, you're right. This is some fucked up shit, but we're gonna figure it out and we're gonna laugh about it. But I love you all for that. So, Stephanie, did you have any favorite quote?
You're dumbass.
Yeah, let me pull up my
Little note?
Kindle really quick. Yep, my
Mhm.
Kindle. Um, oh, I like this one. You are the fire of my heart and the beat of my drum. I am yours under moonlight until the rhythm sings no more.
That was the one that Laura picked, and I had that one down too. And it is so intense. It explains
Mhm.
their connection. And I think that was like the giving point for me where I was like, ooh, there's more here that we don't know. And I love that. And I
Mhm.
think you only really can use that one if you felt that. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I know you and Robert have that. So that's
Yeah.
really beautiful. Now, what are you taking into exile?
Oh, kindness, empathy, and well, I've been through a lot of shit, so I'd probably say grit.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. Um, you're our sweetheart. Like that's your award of Cozy Corner. And I would be able to carry anything with me of yours. It would be your ability to accept everyone and meet them where they're at. You never come from a place of judgment or
Mhm.
like think assuming the worst in anyone. And I love that about you.
Thank you.
Is there anybody that came in that I missed that hasn't gone? Right? Nobody? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go. My favorite quote that hasn't been mentioned is just because you cannot see something doesn't mean it's not real. And then I would take I have debilitating anxiety and I am like a well-known piglet from Winnie the Pooh, but I'm extremely brave. So I'm going to be scared and I'm going to do it anyway. So that definitely I would take with me. The fact that I give everybody a chance without judging them. So I would have immediately made friends with the creature she's hunting and the fae that they encounter. Like that would have happened. They would have become part of my little group. And then finally, my skepticism. So because I feel like it protects me. It might be my greatest and weakest, but I would take it with me. And then we're gonna start back up with Brenna, and you get a choice tonight. So we can go with deep questions, or we can go with book content questions. So you get to pick.
Well, since I'm not that far along in the book yet, let's do a deep question.
Sure, that would be really good.
Okay.
So the first deep question I have is, have you ever been cast out of a space socially, emotionally, professionally, even if it wasn't like your technical fault or something that you deserved? And what did that do to your sense of self?
Wow, that is a deep question.
You asked for it.
I did technically ask for it. So the first thing that came to mind, so I grew up in a very religious household, and spent most of my upbringing going to church, and it's a very long story. But there was basically a situation that happened that wasn't my fault, and I was threatened to be kicked out of like my youth group at the time. I was a teenager, you know what I mean? So like I
Right.
wasn't an adult. Um, for faults that weren't my own, and at the time that was really hurtful because I was like, these people are supposed to be the people that have my back and like protect me, and I didn't feel that way, and I have a lot of like religious trauma because of that, and I'm working through that. It's been a long journey and process, but that's the first thing that came to mind.
There's a few people I know here in the group that have similar experience. What did that make you feel about you? Like, what are you working through? Was it the hurt and like the anger, or was it like an identity? Like you felt bad about you?
I think kind of all of the above, because at the time, like, that kind of was my identity. Like I was still, I mean, I was still so young. I was still learning about myself, and
Right.
so I was like, well, if I don't align with this group of people, then like, who am I? And so, as teenagers, we make rash decisions, right? And so, like, I feel like I went from like one extreme to the other, and now I'm in the point in my life, it's been so long. I'm trying to find like what's my middle ground, I guess, like where I'm truest to myself, regardless of what that looks like.
Yes. That radical acceptance.
Hmm.
Yeah, I totally get that. I really
Yeah.
do. And thank you for being so vulnerable because that's not easy to share. So thank you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Um, Cicely, would you like a book content related question or a deep question about how the book made you feel?
Give me the deep question always.
Yay, I love picking your brain. Okay, what scares you more? Losing your status as like Urine did, like her military position and who she was, or losing your people, like her sister and like, the people that she was closest to. What is harder or scarier?
That's easy. My people. I don't care about status. That part, I think status is more of a burden than a benefit
Yeah, I agree
overall.
wholeheartedly.
And the people that I deal with that value that like tremendously are usually the most rank, vile motherfuckers you will ever come
Vapid,
across.
vapid. Yeah, plastic.
Vile. So
Yes.
no, my people, and I'm kind of unhinged about that, I think, because I've lost so many of them.
Yeah, I want to pick your brain just a minute though. Your job, like my job, your career, let's be real, is a lot of your identity, and so is mine. The loss of that, would that be hard, or would you just continue that outside of the job?
My job is and isn't
Okay.
for
I know
me
you love
because
it.
like
Mm-hmm.
I do love it and I feel really lucky and grateful to have it, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing similar stuff regardless of the job.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
still
where I
going to
thought you
do
would
what
go.
I'm doing no matter what. So like before this, I did paperwork
Yeah, but you still did
and
all kinds of philanthropy too.
I do my little projects and my little things.
Yeah.
Um, so but I think that people think that job is more of my identity than I feel like it is
Yes, it is
because they don't
perceived that
know what
way.
I do with the rest of my time.
Yep.
And so it's very easy because I'll post little things about my job or like my sticker bullshit or whatever, but most of my stuff I don't put online because fucking why?
Yes, I agree wholeheartedly with that.
Um,
And I think she's
but
still a warrior out there, whether she lost that title or not. So I was curious about you.
yeah,
Would that still be a part of you?
I've lost a lot of titles
Hmm.
over time, and sometimes it hurts. I cannot lie. Sometimes it hurts drastically, but it's just a title. It's not who I am.
So, like, I think the loss of that, you know how people have like lost all their belongings and then they start over and they don't become like attached to like physical objects anymore? Maybe the loss of the title helped you realize that it didn't mean as much as you thought.
It never means anything.
It
It
does
never
to
means
me. I can't
anything.
get there.
It doesn't. It's just some douchebag putting extra letters on your name. Fuck
Yeah,
them.
if I'm not a nurse, what am I? Is what it feels like. Like, what purpose do I?
You're Billy.
Yeah,
Always, all the time. That's something no one can take from you.
that's
People can
right.
take almost everything except for you.
I love
So
that.
fuck the title.
Just a title. Fuck it. We're gonna get through it no matter what. I love it.
Exactly.
Christine, would you like a book related content question? Or would you like something about how the book affected you?
I'll go with B, please.
You went deep.
No, I said B. The deep question, yes.
Sorry, guys, I
Oh
have
my God.
a Dirty Mind. I'm sorry. And
Me
on
too.
the
Like as
side,
soon
I'm
as you
reading
said that, I was like, "Oh my God, what did I just say?"
my snack book was Jameson's nomination, which is called Addicted, and so my brain is in a dirty spot all the time. So it's Jameson's fault. But anyway, my question for you is if your identity today was suddenly stripped of its value, so like any type of financial gain and how you support yourself, any type of like how you keep your days busy, um, and like the people that you watch over that you may like if you're like a supervisory role, who would you turn to in your life to help you cope with that?
I think my first choice would be my daughter, but she's only 18, and that sounds like maybe a bigger problem, but it would probably be my ex. I hate to say that, but he knows me the best and helps me process things and stuff. And
We're
um,
not shaming that. Exes being friends is an amazing thing. That's goals. If you love somebody, you always love them. Even if they're an asshole and you couldn't make it work and they did shitty things, the fact that you may remain connected in some way, I think that's great. And also my goddaughter's 22 and I go to her a lot and her perspective is so much different. It's helpful.
yeah.
Yeah. So Gwen, we're gonna go with would you like how the book affect we're not gonna go with deep. Would you like how the book affected you personally, or would you like a content question?
Personally.
Okay. Um I'm gonna move on to Lettle because that's your favorite character.
Hmm.
Have you ever loved someone in a way that unintentionally limited them in the way that Yeren hovers over Leto?
Really? Yeah.
Uh-huh. You care to elaborate or share with the
No,
group?
no, I'm good.
Okay. Would you like one that's a little different?
No, it's okay.
Okay, okay. Um, how about you, Kate? Do you want to book content or personal?
Um, since this is my first meeting, I'm a little bit worried about the book content ones because I haven't heard one yet.
I
So I'm gonna
think
go
you
personal. Okay.
we are an open book and we also love to discuss like the actual book subject matter too. So either one, nobody's gonna judge it here.
Okay. I'll do personal.
Um so my question for you, if you like when you were reading it and you put yourself in Yaren's shoes, when she realized she wasn't going to die, because that's what she thought was going to
Mm.
happen, but she loses her rank and she does to get exiled. What feeling did you feel relating to her? Was it humiliating? Relief for not dying? Was it free? Like,
I mean, I kind of figured that she wouldn't die. So the relief was it because I looked at the chapter titles. Um,
mm,
but so I was curious about how it would well, I was curious about her relationship a little bit and if that was something that would come back around. Um, I think I was more I was she's a fighter and I think like you kind of were talking about before, everything is wrapped up in that identity. So I thought that it would be a little bit harder for her since she was basically born on the battlefield and that was her entire life for forever. Um and I guess she's still fighting throughout those chapters as well too, but I don't know. I feel like I was because I thought it would be harder for her in a weird sort of way.
yeah, you make a really good point. She's still fighting, but she's fighting with the loss of authority.
Mhm.
And I think that changes the dynamic. So she's fighting for herself. She's not fighting for her troop or like the people. Do you know what I mean? It changes
Mhm.
the inner desire. And I was truly expecting For me, like at one point, I'm like, am I relieved or would I be so devastated I'd just rather die because I have no purpose and I have none of my people? But she like
Mhm.
is navigating it way better than I would. But maybe we don't know yet. She might be in just like pure fight or flight,
Well, and the
like
pacing's really fast too, it seems, which is I kind of like it, but also she probably didn't have a huge amount of time because she's still in survival mode to reflect on a lot of that because it does go very quickly.
yeah, I've had to go back. I've had to go
Mhm.
back and be like, did I miss something? Because I'm feeling it so viscerally. Like, wait a minute, why is she processing this so easily?
Yeah.
Jameson, would you like a personal or a book related content?
Let's do a personal one.
Okay, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a good one. When does loyalty to somebody become self-betrayal? What's the line for you?
When I have to start giving up who I am, like like the core of who I am to be loyal,
Mhm.
I'm probably going to be more careful with that from now on.
Me too. It's bit me in the ass so many times that I try to be flexible and bend because relationships with everyone, interpersonal relationships is about compromise. But I found my people pleasing has sort of dipped over into the compromise and I lose myself a lot. And that's not only in relationships. So I think I have to be more careful and have like a strict line of, okay, where am I going to stop bending
I think I tend to do it so reflexively or like
instinctively?
in such small steps or so instinctively that I don't notice until I've gotten so far off track that I'm like, how did I get here? So
Yeah.
I think I've recently just become very aware of who I really am and not letting that happen again, I guess.
It's so hard too because it's almost habitual, like you said, instinctively. But I know you can do this, especially since you're taking the time to reflect on it. I believe in you. And you're processing it through your art, and it's becoming something like tangible that you can always reflect back on. So, like, really big props there. Karen, would you like book content or personal?
Personal.
Yay. Um, okay. Have you ever found yourself staying loyal to a system or a person longer than you should have just because you wanted to keep peace and not have the turmoil that comes with confronting that or ending that?
Um, yes. So my job prior to the one I have now, I worked in a very toxic employment place. Hard to imagine that it was a school system.
Oh,
Um,
that's not hard to imagine. It's broken.
I've been in human resources for 26 years. And um, knowing the laws about HR and then working with the school system in HR, knowing how toxic they were. Um, and this happened. I enjoyed my job up until some management changes occurred, and then COVID hit us, and I was literally killing myself doing all the work because we were short-staffed, and there were times I was not going to sleep at all and just working nonstop.
Been there.
And I finally just said to myself, I can't I can't do this anymore. I can't deal with this environment. I can't even though I was trying to be, because I'm a very big like proponent of the employees and I was trying to help them out. Um
Yeah, you're like almost
that
like abandoning them a little bit.
yeah,
Did you feel
I
that
felt
way?
like I was abandoning them and
Um, I just couldn't do it anymore. And then luckily I found the job that I have now. I still work in human resources. But I work 100% remote from home and
I
I
love
don't
that.
have I don't have a micromanager anymore. Me and my coworker, there's only two of us. We do our jobs and we don't have to, you know, we don't have to be micromanaged and we don't have to, I'm not really client. I mean, we deal with employees, but it's not really FaceTime with them.
Yeah.
So, um,
The different, I think for me, I get attached to time, which is stupid because I say time is an illusion. But when you say like 26 years and time invested and the people that you cared about, that would have been really hard for me to walk away from too. But I really give you like major props because being able to do that for yourself and fight for you, big deal. Really big deal. Okay, so we're halfway through the people, so we're going to do a lightning round to spice it up. And we're going to start with Laura and then we'll go back up. We'll circle back up. I'm going to give you a word or a phrase, and you're going to give me a one, like, instant thought, feeling, whatever, based upon that. Okay. I have
Okay.
to find both my little things here. Okay, here we go. The first one is urine.
Strength.
Okay. Maggie, Lettle.
Sassy.
Gwen thinks she's sassy too. She does have like a spunk to her. She does. Um, Mac, exile.
Say it again.
Exile.
Fear.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Nikki, uh, the Fae.
Magical.
Udi, war for survival.
Necessary.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Stephanie, so far what I've read, the moment that unsettled me most was
when
mm,
they got attacked by the Fae.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Brenna, um, I hope I'm not pronouncing her name wrong. Salawa, that's Uran's partner.
Mhm.
What do you think at first?
Mm, I don't even know that I know enough yet, but I would say like spunky is kind of the vibes I was getting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um, there's a lot there. There's a lot there. Cicely, if in this book, I trust blank the least.
Salwa.
She's on my radar too. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I want them to be in love and I want it to be incredible and I'm pulling for it, but I'm skeptical. I can't help
Just
but
because
feel
you
something
love
like,
someone doesn't mean they're not shady.
oh, I'm
Who
feeling
among
it.
us has not?
Yes, yes. Christine, I am the most like it, one of the characters in moments of crisis.
Um, it feels like it's a little soon to tell, but Yiren, the way that she took responsibility for her gigantic fuck up in that battle, um, that really struck me as something that like I would
Hmm.
I would want to be like that.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that in you. Just a little bit that I know so far, I definitely can see that being something that you would definitely do. Gwen, after completing the 14, the first part of this, the emotion that lingered after reading is, uh-oh, did Gwen leave? Hello, Gwen, are you with us? I will come to Gwen. Say something in the chat. No? I don't know. Okay, we'll come back. Kate, we'll ask you that question.
Okay.
The emotion that lingered after reading this part of it, wherever you're at, what are you feeling most?
Um, I don't know why, but going into it, I was a little bit skeptical. It's not my genre necessarily, but I love it. I really, really like it, like for lots and lots of reasons. And so I'm definitely interested to keep reading. And I made a comment to students because we were talking about like romanticy stuff, and I was kind of peeping it just a little bit. But I hadn't really started. And then I went back and like corrected myself and said all the reasons why they should read it. So.
I love that. I love that. Also not much of a fantasy reader. I do like post-apocalyptical, and I don't know if maybe that vibe or the something here just makes it
Something, yeah.
an easy escape. And I think we needed that, and it's been a really good one for us so far. Okay, Jameson, Rayon. He is the captain that goes with Lettle. What are you feeling?
I feel like he's loyal. I like him a lot. I like
Mm-hmm.
that character. Which is funny because like I'm not sure I really like any of the other characters. Like I don't know why. I don't know if I'm just being grumpy. I don't know if I just read Wuthering Heights. I don't know what's going on. I just don't like anyone except him. Like
Mercury's in the Gatorade. We're about to have a full blood moon. We're
I
all in
was
our
like
fields.
rage reading. I was like, I don't like any of these fucking people. Like, what is happening?
What is happening? Okay, so
No,
I
no, no.
like the little creature that Cicely posted pictures of.
Yes, yeah.
I'm down for this thing. I don't know why, but I want it for a pet. But I'm really pulling, I don't know if she'll, indulge, but I really want him and Lettle to have something. I like him and I like him for her. So I'm curious what will happen. And then Karen, if somebody asked you at this point in the book what you like most, or if you would refer it out, what would your general take be?
Intriguing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that's what's keeping me hooked. I want to know what's going to happen. I agree. So, back to Laura, would you like a personal or a book related question since this is your book?
Go personal.
Okay. All right. I'm going on to my next section. Okay. Did the fear of magic in these chapters remind you of real world fear of difference that we have right now? And how did that land for you emotionally? Like they kind of talk about magic real dark and taboo. And I feel like everybody who's different is looked at that way. How does that make you feel? Did you side with like the magical side? Like, because you've been in opposition, or did you feel their fear?
Well, as someone who has a few things going against me, I'm always going to side with, in this case, the magic. Yep. I'm always going to side with the person who stands out, who isn't like everybody else, and who is still marching along and doing what they can.
The thing that stuck out to me so much and why I asked this question is behind Salah, there is a painting and it has the Fae like cutting a throat and like drinking blood and like like really magical, really powerful, really terrifying, something that they couldn't like defeat. And I just wanted to know if that evoked fear or like I might be interested in that. You know what I mean?
So I don't know if funny is the right word, but from where we're at, the depiction in the picture is not
clarified.
Well, so far it's not really what they've shown to be.
Mhm.
So it's almost like judging a book by its cover and portraying people a certain way when you don't have all the knowledge or understanding or really any clue as to what you're talking about.
Right, like the history isn't there and we don't
Mhm.
understand it. Yeah, yeah. I was curious how people felt about it though, because I have some apprehension because they're so powerful and like what they do with that. So that where that question came from. Maggie, is there any part of you in your life that you've hidden away from everyone to keep yourself safe?
I don't think so. I'm pretty much an open book.
And you have been forever?
Um, Not forever. Turning 30 changed a lot for me. I ran out of fucks.
Mhm.
And by that point I had realized I was queer and like come out kind of just accidentally. Um, and started doing burlesque and sex work type stuff and was just like, I don't care. And I was doing abortion work by that point too. So I was just like, this is who I am, and I don't have the energy to like not be who I am anymore.
Yeah, like you're gonna come out and let your freak flag fly.
Yeah.
I was raised that way. My mom was that way. So I've always been that way. But it's not an easy road. People think it is. It's not. It comes with its own disadvantages. And I think it's brave, especially on the abortion front. I really do. I really, really do. And that's why I decided I wanted to make a shirt. Kim, when attraction and oh wait, shit. I'm acting high now. Do you want a book related content or a personal question? And I called you Kim. Mac. I never call you Kim. I call you Mac or baby girl.
What the actual hell? I'm gonna take Kim off my I'm gonna take that off my name because that is, you know why I put that? Because I'm in Zooms with, anyway, I want a personal question.
Yeah,
Damn, focus, bitch.
I've got a good one. I
I'm
think
ready.
when attraction and power mix. Oh, one moment, we have to take a moment. Our junior member Maddie is here. Hello, Maddie. Hello, darling. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? I'm so glad to see you. It's so wonderful. I'm glad you popped in. Um, back to Mac. When attraction, and I believe Nikki has earbuds in. Am I correct? Okay.
I
Um,
forgot I was on mute. She did say hi. She wanted to say
we
hi
wanted to
before
say
she went
hi.
to bed.
We love her. Um, does that excite you or make you uneasy, Mac?
It's exciting for me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but in a safe way because it can be nasty if in the wrong male hands, often
Uh-huh.
male.
I
I know about
know.
two good dudes for that.
I
But yeah,
know. I know. I'm there
wow,
with
what a
you.
question.
Yeah. Um, it's a thin line. It's a very thin line, but I'm also attracted to that dynamic.
It's
I
a it's
believe.
a thin line with a little leather and studs on it.
Nikki, for you.
Hey, Maggie, wait till you hit 55, girl.
Okay,
You'll
that
like yourself even more, and it'll be okay that you got, maybe you'll get eye bags or something. I don't know. You won't care.
I
Wait.
love this. I'm afraid. I'm not dealing real well with perimenopause, let alone menopause. So I'm a little afraid to get older. It's starting to creep in on me. It's scary. But look at you out there owning your shit, talking about send me a tank top because I'm having hot flashes. Like, no shame. I love this about you. Um, Nikki, have you ever been drawn toward someone you knew that was going to complicate your life, but you could not stay away?
Yeah.
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 If I want to go a little deeper with the book,
It's called
um,
Devil Dick.
if you If you were an elf in the Fae, like this terrifying Fae, there was some type of appeal or drawn or connection or chemistry, would you dip into it, knowing what you know, like being conditioned to believe? Would you still step over the line out of curiosity and desire?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, that. Would you like a book content question?
Sure.
Oh, good. Okay, so okay, let's get back to the first. I want to ask. Actually, I want to ask one of them. Okay. Um, how does the elven military culture compare to power systems we see in real life? What do you think it protects, and what do you think it hurts?
Oh, no, like I definitely see a lot of comparisons to the two.
Yes.
A very like I don't even know how to word it. Like they seem alike. I don't know. I'm not very good at comparing military stuff.
No, I think I'm following you. I think why I wanted to ask you that is they talk about like the kids are starving. And that's why Urine like giving them money and like coins and everything, like everything she makes outside of survival and what she gives to her sister. And I know how passionate you are about kid well-being and like safety. And like
I
I
mean, considering we just blew up a children's school in Iran.
exactly. This is why I asked you this question. I knew you had thoughts. I knew you had thoughts. So um for it's it seems pointless right now for me. I'm having a really hard time understanding why they're doing what they're doing, and I'm hoping it gets explained somehow.
Yeah.
But I'm feeling some type of way about hungry babies on the battlefield, and it's just like they want them to play the drum.
I'm not trusting the elves. I'm not. Like I feel like they knew. I feel like they know. I feel like somebody knows.
Yeah, something bad. Oh my God, you left to feed the dogs. Okay, Gwen. I'm like calling your name and you're gone. You guys, that's a whole other story for another time. We have them on farmer's dog because it's the only thing without allergies. However, they're not satiated and all they want to do is eat constantly. I'm talking like howling for food. I'm sorry you had to leave. I did have a question for you, so I'm going to circle back to you now. Are you available to answer?
I'm here.
Okay. I'm like, uh-oh. I asked a personal question and pissed her off.
I could hear you.
You just can't talk because the dogs are screaming.
I just can't answer.
Okay, that's okay.
Um, I have my headphones. I can hear everything you guys are saying as I'm walking around the house, but I have no way of answering because I'm not in the room.
Got you. Well, I'm glad. So you're gonna get a two because the first one wasn't one that you could delve into much. So the first one is emotional risk harder for you or is it physical risk? Which one's scarier?
Oh, definitely emotional. Than physical. I'd rather do physical stuff all day long. I enjoy doing that.
Why don't you tell them how you went down the side of a mountain on a one-man roller coaster?
So I went once, and then when I got to the top, I looked at the guy and said, "Can I do it again?" And he let me go down a second time right in a row.
Yeah, we got two
So,
tickets because my piglet ass, and I'm like, oh, we're going down this roller coaster. And I look down and I'm like, that's a big fuck no for me.
and you got to pick how fast you went, and I went the max speed you could go. And then the second time, I didn't hold on. I used my phone so I could record it the whole time, so I could show her what it was like. But you went down a roller coaster. It was really cool. It was really cool, man.
It was cool. And I just want everybody to know that you were like a physical daredevil. So that's why emotional risk probably is harder. And then the second one is who do you feel like you are when you're not achieving, fixing, helping, or like being a part of somebody else's survival? What is left when you stop doing for others?
A lot of emptiness.
That's fair. You need purpose.
Yeah. It like even my job, like now that I have a job that has purposeness, like I feel emotionally better. On the days that I work, I feel better emotionally. On the days that I'm doing something, on the days that I don't, and I have to DoorDash, I feel it's just not there. On the days where I do something where I'm helping someone, I feel better. I think it goes back to like my grandpa had me work in soup kitchens at age 4, and I mean I grew up doing that. I've been doing this my whole life. I don't know anything different. So I think it's so ingrained in me to help other people that it's just part of my personality.
To dig deeper, and this isn't something I know, so, but it's something I do. Do you think it's a deflection from your own pain so that it's
I think it's a way to I think it's a way to numb my pain.
that's what deflection is? Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. Okay. We're moving back to guys, I was on Udi. Udi. Um, my question for you, have you, and this is a good question for you actually, because life has changed so much for you recently in this way. Does this story make you reflect on how you measure your own value?
A good question.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly didn't even think about it.
Wow. Okay. You've been very, very busy. So that deep emotional connection and thinking about it isn't shocking. Um, but yeah, like that's changed so much for you. Do you feel differently? Like just to dig a little deeper, has your worth, your mental health, has anything changed with all of the new purpose with this business?
Not really. I'm
That's
still fighting.
wonderful. Yeah. Um, so uh, you were on TV, dude.
I know.
You were on a Good Morning like America show. This is
I
like a
know.
freaking big ass deal. I think I would be feeling like really patting myself on the back. But that's not getting to your head.
No.
Bra freaking out because I think I would be in my feels over that. Like I came a long way and I'm so amazed. I love you regardless of that position, but just like what you've transformed is so cool. Really, really.
Thank you.
Stephanie, did you want book content or personal?
Personal.
Okay. So what part of these chapters, if any, have felt personally triggering or extremely thought-provoking to you?
I wouldn't say triggering. Um, so I would say the thing that gave me the most pause was trying to follow Lettle's story because she does divination. And I was
Mm-hmm.
trying to figure out how her and her sister's relationship, because I'm an only child, so I don't know what it's like to have a sibling.
Mm-hmm. You do
But
now.
I felt,
We've been
yeah, I
sisters
did,
for like 8 years
yeah,
now. Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Like growing up with one.
Yeah, growing up with one. I mean, I had cousins and everything, but it just wasn't the same. So I've always wanted to have a sibling,
Yeah. Yeah.
even
Um,
as an adult.
yeah, I think our moms died so close together. I think they sent us to each other to be sisters.
Yeah.
But it is different growing up with one than finding like somebody you connect with that later in life. And that is a big part of the book that's hitting me in my fields because this couldn't be closer to me and Mary's relationship. It is bothering me because I hover over her and then I also push her away. So, which is kind of how I do you, or everybody. Okay, so I have one last question for everyone that's a universal one, and we'll start back with Stephanie. For you, Does the secrecy and the unknowing of where we're at, does it heighten the experience of the book for you, or is it making it like it's not moving fast enough? I need to know. Are you struggling, or is it like pulling you in? Do you like it like
Pulling,
this?
yeah, it's pulling me in. I want to know what happens because I know there's some shady stuff going on.
Yeah.
And I mean, anything having to do with any type of power, government, anything like that, there's always something shady going on because you cannot hide a whole race of people for a millennium. You just can't do it. Somebody has to know something.
Hmm. The curiosity. I like the building.
Hmm.
Some people don't. Some people want to start with that. I'm
Yeah.
curious what your guys' take is on it. Udi, what is it for you? Is it pulling you in and you have to know more? Are you frustrated that they didn't start with that?
Oh, I'm in. I'm in.
You're in. You're in. Uh-huh. Me too. Nikki. Is Nikki texting? Nikki.
No, I have
Listen.
everybody talking to me and I needed to order stuff and yeah.
And
Hi.
you distract me with your big baby's on thing, doing your hair. And we've had junior member, and even though everybody's talking to you, and you go back to work soon. So we
My
have
bad.
a lot of shit
Well, that's
going on.
why everything's going crazy is because I go back to work soon. So we're trying to finalize everything tonight.
I get it. I get it. Cause I'm just teasing you because that's where I'm at too. And I'm always putting my big boobs on the screen too. But I'm like trying to talk, and I'm like, why is
It's
her
like,
boobs in the frame?
listen, it's like 70 degrees in this house right now. I am hot.
Yeah. Okay. Also, a little tidbit. Nikki is bi-curious, but not never done anything. And I tried to be her first woman kiss and volunteer as tribute, and she's like, "No, no, no. I have my book club member crush, and I'm saving it. We won't leave that name
Did
out.
not.
We're not gonna out you." But she was like, "No." I'm like, I totally just got rejected by
Also because
Nikki.
also because I didn't have my husband's permission. As long as
This
he
is
knows and
true.
he's okay with it, then I can kiss
That is true. That is true. But anyway, are you in? Do you like the with format, like that they're building up like this big story, or do you wish they would have told us the history of the Fae first? Like, is it frustrating or is it like, ooh,
I kind of like it because we were able to know more about the elves first. Because I feel like if they did it all at once, both the elves and the fae, I would absolutely get them confused. So
yeah,
I liked the fact that they split it up like that.
that's a good way of looking at it. I like a backstory, but it's keeping me really intrigued and wanting to go further. Mac, are we at the munchy part of our high now? What are we enjoying? Let's share with the group.
Oh, I'm sorry. They're called Rain Coast Crisps. We got them from a bougie store called Fresh Market.
Oh, okay.
It's
Okay. So like a Whole Foods type of
a
vibe.
product of Canada, like my husband.
Ooh, yum. Okay. All right, we're going all natural tonight with, deviled
They're
lettuce.
fig and something. They're very nice and partially salty, partially sweet.
Ooh, I dig it. So are you liking the book in this format or is it frustrating you?
I'm liking the hell out of it.
I'm so shocked. It's weird. Um,
You're
maybe
shocked that I like it?
no, no. The fact that you
Oh,
like, I knew you would love this.
oh, all
I
right
knew
then.
you'd be down
I
for
clapped when it was announced. I was like, yeah.
this would be your jam. You're a resident fairy. Maggie, how about you? I know this isn't your, my, or Jameson's typical, so I'm wondering how it's feeling.
Yeah, it's not my normal, but I have been reading more romantasy recently.
Yes, you have nominated some romantices.
Um, and so that's one of the reasons why I read ahead because like I had a feeling that I was gonna struggle until like I got over like
Satiated.
that hump that I feel like I have with romantasy a lot. And for me personally, I find when the animal sidekick shows up, that is when I tend to be really truly engaged. Uh,
Yeah,
Um, and so yeah, like it was hard for me, but like I much like it definitely gets a lot better once like
you
it picks
got to
up.
that nitty gritty that you like. I love that. I love that. I knew that the three of us and possibly Cicely might struggle. But I am surprisingly okay with it. So, Laura, you picked this book, so I'm assuming you're all in.
Oh, I'm definitely all in.
Did you know it was going to be this good? Like, how, was this just a random pick? Where did you find it?
I literally typed in to Google Sapphic romance books by Black authors. And it
Brilliant.
gave me a whole list. And I scrolled through, and all I saw was the word Fae. And I was like, I need to know. And I read a little bit of it. I was like, yeah, this is my book.
Fabulous. You definitely did your research because we got some Fae loving people up in here and
Oh,
topic. Karen, also you are kind of a little bit outside. You like romance and fantasy and stuff, but I also know how much you enjoy the other things too. How are you feeling?
Um, I'm actually really enjoying it. I'm still new to fantasy,
Yeah.
so it takes me a little bit longer to kind of understand the world building. And I, Cecily, I love that you put the picture up. I needed a visual of what the
Yeah.
Obada or whatever you want to call it was. I'm like, okay, I need to just visually see it because
I love that. I love that. That was so good for me too because I was having a really hard time. I was thinking of the little like the Awaren from the House by the Cerulean Sea is where I was going with it, Werven or whatever. But then when Cicely put it in, I'm like, oh my God, this is what I'm thinking of. What is it called? Is it what is it? An obsidian? What is it?
Obia is how it's pronounced
What
in
it
comic.
is. Yes. Also, Karen, why have you? You were the one that told me what the chapter was for the end of section one. What is the chapter for the end of section two? Do you know? Will you mind hunting?
yeah, I can do it right now.
Thank you.
You can go ahead.
Okay,
Somebody else.
Jameson, I think I know. I think at this point you may be struggling with like the content and wanted more like substance. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep reading, but I was like, I really don't like this book.
No,
I
no,
just
I get it. I get it. It's not the way our brains normally process information. We're more of like, well, why? And what? And what you, and so for me to build that fantasy world, I need a little bit more context. But maybe once we get to the sapphic spice that Maggie's preluding to, maybe we'll feel a little we'll see where we go with this. We don't know. Thank you so much for pushing through because your opinions really matter. And even if they're like on the outside, because mine always are, I still really want to hear them. So, Kate, for you, is this a norm? First, give us a little context. Is this like a normal genre realm for you? I know the sapphic is, but is the fantasy?
Not re I mean, my favorite book was Lord of the Rings, and I really like Scythe, and there's certain ones that I like. I'm not a huge romantasy. Like I didn't really like ACOTAR at all. I read a couple of them and was like, well. Um, and so that's all the experience I have with it. But I love this. I love the pacing. I think there's a lot of room for growth for every character, which
Yes.
I don't remember who said something, but like they're kind of not all I love the sister, but there's still room for growth for everybody. And I don't know. I'm just curious to see what happens. So
I'm
I like this director.
really pulling to see some transition in Lettel and in Urine, big time.
Hmm.
And
Well,
even Rayon, even then, like
yeah.
I'm still curious. I agree with that part.
They're killing these animals that they know are wise. And she killed a little one, and it didn't seem too regretful then. And just I don't know. I think
There's
that there's stuff there.
that bothers me. And
Hmm.
also outside of Urine, I've yet to hear any empathy for the starving children, which
Hmm.
also like this is a cold society and a cold conditioned society. I'm really curious what the Fae are like because they're on the outside of it, you know?
Hmm. And they're
Um,
setting them up to be negative, but I think that probably they're going to learn a lot from them. It's
I'm
going to be good.
hoping, I'm hoping. Um, Gwen, for you, I know we've read so many books in book club at this point with you.
Yeah.
There's only been like two that you were like, I really like this book. And I
Hmm.
knew that you were going to like this because of the content. But I don't
Hmm.
think you were convinced until you read it yourself. So I'm thinking you're all in.
Well, well, okay, so I have a hard time focusing on books. I have to be driving to be able to read a book. And you, of course, do audiobooks. And I have to be driving and doing something. Usually I have to be door dashing or I have to be doing something active to be able to focus on a book, concentrate to actually retain it. Otherwise I can't read a book, I can't listen to a book. I just can't. This book, I was able to actually sit down, do nothing, and retain the whole book, listen to the whole book, have no problems with anything. So, not sure why that was the case with this book, but I was that into it. Um so
So I was amazed by your response. There's only been one other book that you were like, oh, I really like this. So I
Bury
think
Our
that's really,
Bones.
yeah, Bare Bones and Midnight Soil. I think we've identified that Gwen likes sapphic books. Anytime there's any type of lesbian action, Gwen's on board. That is the key takeaway. Um, Shit, sorry. Christine, how about you? What are you feeling?
Um, I are you asking like if I'm liking the way the book's going so far?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's not um like I've never like you know Kate, I think it was mentioned The Lord of the Rings, and
Uh-huh.
I've seen the books. I haven't, or I've seen the movies. I haven't read the books. I did read The Hobbit, but like this is a millennia ago. But I've never really been into the fantasy elven world.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not hating it. It's pretty interesting.
I'm shocked too. I thought, oh shit, here we go with fantasy. And my mind is on like historical fiction and nonfiction from reading the Black Panthers. And I'm like, the transition over is not going to go well for me. But I think the lightness of it has had some appeal, like some type of escape that I've needed and didn't know.
Yeah.
Um, Cicely, what's the take? Like, we haven't had a chance to really personally talk about this.
I like this book. I actually have read a ton of fantasy books before.
Mm-hmm.
It's I have a bunch of genres. I'm not somebody that I have like one genre that's my thing. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I like this one. I At the very beginning, I struggled a little bit with the very beginning because I'm just like,
Is this going to
yeah,
be a snooze
okay,
fest? Mm-hmm.
right. And I mean, we were a military family for 10 years, so the military stuff I get, but there's also just like, oh, are you one of those soldiers? Well, fuck
Mm-hmm.
you then. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
Are you excited for the sapphic action, or is that not important to you? Do you
oh,
like that?
listen, I always like a little spice or a lot of
Mm-hmm.
spice. I'm all for it. If it isn't there, it's not like, oh, I hate this book, nobody doinks, but I'm for it,
Yeah.
however it shakes out. But I think I don't know. I hate the queen already.
Mm.
She's a bad guy.
Well, as
But I'm
somebody who, but we
biased.
also are villainized a lot. Okay, we have to give her just a
I'm
smidge.
I'm biased because all like in the thing that I'm writing, I have like an evil queen who is actually like extra eviler, more eviler,
Ooh, because usually
evilest.
evil queens are just traumatized princesses.
Nah,
No, this one's really
no.
evil.
You're
Ooh.
like me with a bazooka.
Is this a short story or a poem?
No, it's a book.
Oh, oh,
No, I write
okay.
all kinds of stuff. I just don't do anything with most of it.
No, we got to work on that. We got to do some.
Why?
Me and Maggie need to come over and organize these files for you. We need to Virgo. You're a Virgo. What are you doing, bro? You could be selling books.
No. I'm doing
Yeah,
all kinds of stuff. I'm doing tons of stuff.
I love it. I love it.
But yeah, so my thing right now that I'm rooting for the hardest in that book is that woman to die horribly.
She's always had some
I almost
animosity from the beginning of the character that she wants to see just fall.
I almost always, because there's some douche in every book.
Yeah,
Also in all of our lives, right? There's some douche that we maybe it's not socially acceptable to say, I hope this person gets kicked in a hole like it's Sparta, but in a book you can.
this
So
is where you
her,
harness your rage.
I want her kicked in a hole like it's Sparta. And I think this poor, sweet, innocent little captain is gonna croak because he's just like
Ooh.
he's too sweet.
I
Like he's so nice.
I
He's
am
gonna be the
excited.
trauma that spurs everybody else on. And the one thing that made me laugh in the book, because I have my younger siblings are much younger than me. My
Yeah.
older sister and I are close in age. And when the little sister is like, basically like, oh my God, I'm 28. I'm like, oh, I can hear my younger siblings. I
Mary's
can
about
hear
to
that
turn
in
the
their
dirty
voices.
30. Yeah, and I'm still treating her like she's 12. So
My
totally
baby
relate.
brother is 35. And note that I just called him my baby brother.
Yeah,
So
yeah, they are. Karen, I just got your message. How many chapters in the hardcover are there? How many would that leave us? Is that going to put us too far ahead?
So I have the paperback. Part two is chapters 15 to 30.
Okay.
And then part three is 31 to
31 to
40
34.
with a very short epilogue after that.
Okay,
So,
we'll go to chapter 30 for next week because that's the same amount that we did this week. And I think everybody, other than poor Brenna, if that tends to be too much or whatever, you guys can always come. We don't do a ton of spoilers. It's more about how the books make us feel, unless you want to talk about actual meat of the book, and sometimes we have to. Brenna, what is your feeling so far? I feel like this is your vibe.
I'm not really even sure what my vibe is anymore, to be honest with
Yeah.
you. I've read a ton of stuff this year that like has surprised me, in like a good way that I've liked. So it's starting off kind of slow because I'm still in like the beginning. I haven't gotten to like the good stuff where you guys are at, but I
Mm-hmm.
can see myself liking it. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to like get through the like build up.
Yes, I think you're going to once you're in the thick of it.
Mm-hmm.
The curiosity gets strong. Okay, so we are at past our time, of course. You know me. Two announcements. We've got two. The first one is we're going to read to the end of the second half, and then the second one is I'm going to come up with a Saturday afternoon chill book club in March. And it will be, do you guys want it at the beginning? Like, if you want it at the beginning, give me a thumbs up. If you want it toward the end of the month, give me a thumbs down. That's the only way that I'll be able to know because we're not doing it at St. Patrick's Day. But at the beginning, like closer, it's the first two weekends or the first two last. So go ahead and give me, okay. We're going toward the end where we want like a meetup, in-person meetup toward the end of the month. Okay, that's cool. I'll figure it out, do some research. I'll announce that. But we didn't get our opportunity to do that, and I think we will all love that. And then watch for the abortion pro-abortion, pro-choice shirt this week before International Women's Day. And then we're going to go to After Dark. So I'm going to stop recording. How do I do that?